Hello, my name is Cheryl Zhong, and I'm arguing the affirmative of the resolution that students at Linfield should not have homework. During this speech, I would like to give 5 arguments from my side. The first argument is that homework is time-consuming. Students need time to socialize, exercise, and for their family and to sleep. Homework take over students after school lifetime. The average time Linfield students spend on homework is more than 3 hours. Some students even have to stay up late to finish the rest of their homework other than class, leaving them less time to socialize and for their family and to sleep. Second, homework is not good for your health. During the COVID crisis, students spend too much time with electronic device already with online class. If you assign more homework, then it means that we have to stare at the screen for a longer time, which is bad for our eyesight. Personally, I spend 6 hours in average for online school, and I have to wear glasses, and my eyes often feel dry after staring at the screen for a long time. Third, students are often stressed about homework. When they get home after 6 to 7 hours of school, they are already tired and they have to work on homework. Students stress about homework and worry about it 24 hours. Well, and a study conducted by the Stanford Graduate School surveyed more than 4,300 students and find that excessive homework causes high stress level and physical health problems. Fourth, homework does not help with grade. Sometimes homework does not meet students' need. They do not help students to understand what they have learned in class. In fact, when the students are assigned too much homework, they are more stressed, which result in poor grades. Researchers at India University discovered that math and science homework may improve standardized test score, but they find no difference in the course grade between students who did their homework and those who didn't. Last but not least, too much homework encourages cheating. When students have too much homework, they may cheat to prevent overdue or low grade, which contradict the goal of the assignment. Well, think about when we're at school. Like, it is kind of common for us to copy homework when we have a lot of things to do. According to a survey of 70,000 students across the United States, 95% of students admit to cheat in some capacity. And these are the 5 arguments that I think Linfield students should not have homework.
Okay. So now I will respond to my opinions. First argument, which is about homework is time consuming. So because of most teenagers don't have the ability of self-control, so homework is a way to avoid students to do other things such as playing computer games or watch Netflix, which these activities cannot increase their knowledge of academic studying. If students focus on their homework, they will increase their efficiency and then finish it in a short amount of time. Because there are things that might attract students and they will be dispersed from their homework. So that's why homework takes such a long time to finish. So take myself as an example. If I do my homework with all attention and no distraction for that period of time, I will finish my homework very soon. And I'll respond to my opinion second argument, which is the argument about homework is not good for health. So doing homework on the computer is not the main reason why eyes might be damaged. The time the students spend on electronics for entertainment is more than the time on homework. So for me personally, the time that I don't do my homework, I usually use my electronic to do some entertainment. Also, if students could manage their time rationally, their health would not be crashed down by the homework. And I'll respond to my opinions, their argument, which is about students are stressed about homework. So although homework is really stressful, but it's a way to check if students understood and learn all the knowledge during classes at school. And there could be less homework depending on the difficulty of the course. But however, if there's no homework at all, student will be slacked off and then they would not be able to get a good score in the tests. So for me, there will be chances and time to release my pressure for schoolwork. Weekend is the best time for me to hang out with my friends, and then this is a good way to refresh my mind and prepare for the next week of school. And now I'll respond my opinions on fourth argument, which is about homework does not help grades. So homework is actually self-studying at home. And if students only study the course at school but not doing their homework afterwards, they would really easily forget the contents that they learn in class. And if school cancel homework grades, the test grade percentage would goes up. And if students did not perform well on their test, their grades will also drop and even quicker. So for most students, if they did their homework perfectly, and then the final semester grade will be high enough, although they did not get ideal score for the final test. And I'll respond to my opinion's last argument, which is about too much homework encourage cheating. So for teenagers, this is a time when they should really restrain themselves from attraction of cheating. And if they don't learn from it, they will be really a person who's dishonest, which is really forbidden once they step into the colleges. In addition, if students lose the chance of homework cheating, there'll still be a chance of them cheating during a test. However, tests cannot be canceled because it is the most important part of examine whether the student understand the knowledge or not. And that's all for respond to my opinion's argument. And I'm the negative up part of the argument, which is the student at Linfield should have homework, and then I would like to give my argument for my side. So the first argument that I have is that homework develops students' understanding of the class. So writing homework is a way to let students improve their knowledge and apply their knowledge for further study. So if the student didn't understand the course in the class, and homework really helped them to have a further study for the course. And the second argument that I have is that homework reviews the key points for the class. So writing homework is a way for students to check what they learn in class. And if students have any question about the homework, they should ask the teacher for further information. And if the student asked the questions to the teacher, and then a teacher really likes students who ask questions from the homework, and they will have a better review for the students. And the third argument that I have is that homework takes up the time the student might be playing around. So for most of the teenagers, if they have spare time, they will be playing video games or playing outside with friends, or even doing things that they're actually bad for themselves. So homework takes a lot of time. So students will be focusing on their homework instead of doing other things. So as for me, I don't have a good time management for my social life. Therefore, homework could cut down the time of me entertaining online, whether on social media or on games. So the fourth argument that I have is that doing homework is a review for the test. It is important for students to review before the test. However, if they don't have the consciousness of review, they will be not able to get a good score on a test. So most students review the test the day before the test, which is not a good way to study. So therefore, doing homework is a way to practice and review. For me, because I don't like to review all the contents the day before, so I like to use my homework as a review material. So the last argument that I have is that doing homework is respectful to the teacher. Because homework is what the teacher requires the student to do, so as students, they should be doing their homework as a way of respecting their teachers. And also, it is a way for students to have a better chance to talk with the teacher. And if the teacher wants the student to do their homework, but if the student didn't do their homework, the teacher will don't have a good memory for the students. And that's all for my side of this argument.
Okay, during this speech, I would like to refute my opponent's argument. So first argument is that homework develops students' understanding of the class. I disagree because I think that some homework does not help with understanding. Sometimes teachers assign homework just because homework is a requirement of the class curriculum. Homework such as copying does not help students to understand. I once took AP European History and my teacher asked me to make flashcards. But sometimes, because of the sake of time, I only copied them from the textbook and I did not really learn anything. And second argument is that homework reveals the key point of class. And I don't agree with that because homework limits time for self-revealing. As learners, students should know their confusion in key points. Students can review the part that they do not remember or do not understand. However, homework is rigid because it fits every student, because it is the same for every student. And my friends once complained to me that she did not have enough time to review because she had too much homework that repeats the points that she already understands. I would like to refute my opponent's third argument that homework takes up students' playtime, because I think students' free time is already not enough. Students already have little free time to play, and homework suppresses our free time even more. Nephew students spend 7 hours at school in average, and they spend at least 2 hours to finish their homework every day. Schooling takes up about 40% of the day. Fourth, homework is good review for tests. And I like to provide a counter-argument that a group review should depend on the student's understanding. Homework is the same for everyone, but is every student the same? Different students should have different study methods, plans, and weakness. For my calculus class, homework always have a lot of questions that I already know how to solve them. Without self-learning, I cannot go through my weakness and be prepared for the test. And the last argument I would like to oppose is that doing homework is a way to respect teachers. Well, I think that there are other ways to show respect. Following what the teacher says is not beneficial at all times because it should not be a measurement for respect. Students can show their respect in the way they talk and the way they act in class. My hostess once told me that blindly following the rule is not a good way to show respect. You need to show respect. You can show respect in other ways, and that's my counter argument. And this is our debate. Thank you.